everyone, Mark the Movie Man here, and we're going to look at Lockout. Yes, Lockout, brought to us by James Mather and Stephen St. Ledger, who both helped co-direct this film that was based off an idea from Luc Besson, yes, Mr. Fifth Element himself. Now, it stars Guy Pearce as Snow, okay, a guy who is a CIA guy who, set way in the future, who's in trouble, okay? He's in this kind of conspiracy thing. They think he's kind of a bad agent. Well, when the president's daughter gets trapped on a high maximum security prison in space, he is chosen to go rescue her to help get her and then possibly clear his name. If it sounds very similar to an escape film like Escape from New York or LA, I would agree. When I first went to this, read up on this film, I'm like, wow, we are really just kind of ripping off Carpenter here. But it's not, okay? Once you get into the film and you see how it's handled, okay, Snow's character is definitely a bit different than your Snake character, okay? Guy Pearce plays a fantastic, wisecracking, hero type, the anti-hero type, who you can't help but love, who hates authority. I mean, you got all those classic cliche elements in there, okay? And then once they get into the meat of him actually rescuing her, the president's daughter, played by Maggie Grace, it totally changes from your escape films, okay? The chemistry between Maggie and Guy Pearce is fantastic, I will say, in this film. Their banter back and forth as he's trying to get her off the prison is fantastic, okay? I loved the chemistry between these two. I also like the performances of the other characters, much like Joseph Gilgun, who plays Heidel, this crazy guy with a kind of foggy eye, okay? His role was very well, too. He did Crazy very well, Crazy Inmate very well. And, for, I would say, 90% of this film, I thought it was an alright sci-fi film. In fact, probably a bit of the weakest point of it was the sci-fi element of this film. I love the character pieces of it, and the idea, once I saw that it wasn't going to be a complete cliche, rip-off of the escape films, I was like, okay, I can settle into this film. And then they jumped the shark, the tiger, they nuked the fridge in the last 5 minutes of this film, which ended up taking it down a bit, which just made me go, okay, up until now I would go alright, but now you just, okay, I understand it's a sci-fi film, but we're talking re-entry, atmosphere, and speed, okay? And just, alright, so there's some elements near the end that just did sit right with me at the end, okay? So that took away from it. But I would say Lockout is an entertaining sci-fi film. We don't get a huge amount of sci-fi films that aren't comic book related nowadays. So I did appreciate it for that and what they were trying to do. And for the most part, it was just a kind of a fun film, because Sci-Fi Prison Outbreak type of film, okay? So if you like that types of film, you like Guy Pearce and Maggie Grace, like I said, great dialogue there, I think you'll enjoy this. I gave Lockout 3 stubs, okay? Yeah, it was decent film, worth your matinee price, not probably the full, evening price, but definitely worth the matinee, and it's a shorter film too, so you won't feel like your time is wasted. And that'll about do it for us here at the Final Cut. Till next time, keep the ticket stuff.